Hi everyone, I just wanted to get an update on my garden. I said I'd show you. It's been a while, but been quite busy to be honest. I've gone a bit crazy with these climbing plants at the moment. I'm going through a phase because, yeah, it's just finding what to put in your garden. There's so much room now, it's crazy. But this is one Washingtonia robusta I just did an update on. I decided to plant this. It's been in a pot since, well, end of November 2020. I germinated it, and I've had it in a pot ever since outside through freezers and all like that. There's my sorry robusta. I don't know. I think it is a hybrid, but this one, this is in a better spot now. Looking quite nice, to be honest. I mean, I appreciate it more knowing I've grown it from seed myself. So I know it's cold hard oats. Well, these one's probably imported. But got some. This you have to excuse the dust I've been drilling on the walls, and I didn't move these out of the way. But I should have kept this Philippa growing on my windowsill in the kitchen outside. Because ever since I brought it out, I haven't really been doing it very good. And then these two Camarops palms seedlings. One's a Cerifera and one's a Volcano. Don't know which one's which, but this one's pushing a spear up, and so is this one. I bought them back end of last year. And this one here this is a climbing plant that I got. I had this old fire guard. I've attached it to this wall. I'm going to grow it up this wall here. I think you call it a red jasmine, Bezianum something, jasminum or something like that. It looks nice and it's supposed to be really fragrant with pink / red flowers. So I just wanted to cover this wall here. Yeah, so I just attached this old fire guard that'll grow up that hopefully. I don't know how fast they grow, but New Sauvage hasn't really had the heat, it's had the rain, the water, but I've no doubt that's going to do well. My glauca grass is coming back. My rose, there's just a little stick that's putting out some nice growth now. Got some nice sunflowers down there. Oh yeah, this little seed grown tractor of mine, putting out a little spear. It's doing okay. And I've got some red hot papers. I don't know how well they'll do this year, but I think my garden you'll start seeing more when next year, because everything's just relatively, well it is just young. It's nice sunflowers. This Trekkie Princeps, it's supposed to be a princess that's spear pulled. 2 spears come out. But I've had a feel down the middle there, and I'm sure I can see some green. I'm confident that's going to come back. I'm sure there's a spear coming now. So we'll see. I mean, it's obviously still nice and green, and I'm sure the trunk's got quite thicker. Yeah, got some more sunflowers up here. Sorry, robusta. I ain't decided what I'm going to replace it with yet, but I want to get some bigger palms or something. Because although I love my seed grown trackers, they're going to take a long time to grow, so I want something now that you can look at. That's my Musa sycamensis taking its time. No doubt it'll come. More sunflowers, I've gone crazy. Another seed grown trachea. This one's doing alright. This spear, I don't know if the spear's going to hold on or not. It was stood on, but it's still growing. So it'll be interesting to see how much this will grow this year. I don't know if I've planted these red hot pokers too close to the fence. I've never grown them before. So we'll see. Tetrapanics is it's just pushed out this leaf. Well, it's just fully opened this leaf, and it's got another one going now. More flowers, another seed grown trachea. This one looks like it's pushing this one out nicely. So I don't know if I've crammed these too close together or not. So I've got my camera up as part there. I've had this about, I think, almost 3 years. It was just like free fronds when I got it. I'm not sure what type of camera ops this is though. As you can see, it's pushing out down there. This has been moved quite a few times while I was doing my garden. I've got one of my cordylines. I've been in the pot for it since forever. It's growing a trunk now. You can see that. The trunk forms as you take these old leaves off. These you just pull off. But, and I can't remember planting these hostas. They've just come through. Yeah, so I don't know what's out there. That's what skews the grass. I've been having a nightmare trying to grow my grass. All the pigeons, you can slightly see some of them. But we had a bit of a flash flooding, and it washed all my seeds away, and all the birds come down. Because I had all the seeds hidden under the topsoil. What else have I got? Oh yeah, my what do you call it? Honeysuckle. Can't remember the name of. I can't remember the name of which one it was. It's on my other video. It's supposed to be a scented one, isn't it? I think it's golden something. But yeah, I've just got this trellis for it to grow up. And then I've got this, well basically it's where my compost bin and storage bin is. So I've got this trellis to go up, and I've attached another trellis to the side next to this cordyline. So I've got my honeysuckle screw up there. And I've got this other trellis to the side. I basically just strapped some stakes in the ground, 2 feet in the ground, tied that to it, and then I got this hydrangea, this Mexican hydrangea to grow up there. It's called a hydrangea semenii. They're like mainly full shade, I think, but over time they produce white flowers. And then I've got another hosta that was given to me. Well, I had an accident with this Fatsia japonica. All its new growth, bar than this stem here, got damaged because me being another silly sausage yet again, my favourite phrase. I leant my trellis up to one side while I went to get some tools, and it fell on it, and it killed it. All its stems come off. Its leaves, branches, or whatever you call it. But I noticed, because all this soil down this side, it's all heavy clay, so I've got about 6 layers of compost and topsoil to mix in with the heavy clay to try and break it up, try and improve this soil. And this, so I had to bring it out anyway, the Fatsia, because it was sat in rainwater, so I don't think it was happy. So what I've done, I've laid it up with loads of organic matter and compost, and brought it up higher so it wasn't getting too wet. Hopefully it'll be happier, but as you can see, something had eaten all the where it had broken off. I think a slug had been eating away at it. Well, I'm hoping it'll come back. I was a bit gutted about that. And then I've got Aucuba japonica that I've moved about 100 times while I've been doing the garden. A camellia, it just said camellia white, that's all that come on the packet. And then I've got this little thing here, it's a Persicaria polymorpha. I think it's semi-deciduous here, grows quite big. I don't know how big it gets, but it gets massive, and it produces some lovely foliage and lovely white leaves, flowers. full of, attracts loads of butterflies apparently. This spot here, I've got a plant on order. It's a hydrangea paniculata tardiva. That's going to go right here, but it hasn't arrived yet. And then I'm thinking of maybe getting a couple trackers in this area. This hosta here, this is doing well. This Fatsia spider's web, I think it's a lot happier because you notice how white the leaves are. In the other spot, they just went dark green. It's lovely and white. It's got loads of growth. I think it's loving it in this spot. Looks lovely. Loads of little growth. Look how white these are. Really nice. Loads of growth. And it's fair to say, I reckon that's really happy. Just putting in loads of growth. How white that is. Another unfeathered Japonica, another one that's been moved. Under tiger, it's got nice colour in it. All these, over time, I'll judge. I can always cut them back or whatever, but we'll just see how they grow. Another camellia, this one's a camellia red, that Lady Campbell. Yeah, this I haven't even done anything yet. I don't know if I planted them too early or not, but I like to risk it for a biscuit. This is my Trachycarpus nova doing well. Like I say, it's going to be a lot happier now, there's no edges here. But as you can see, it's opening another spear. The frond, sorry. But I noticed the frond has got some kind of damage down there. So there is another fresh one in there. But I need to get some fertiliser and going to get some chicken manure pellets and feed all my plants. But yeah, the trunk got a good trunk on it. These are all my seed grown trackers. Cherry long. Not sure what this grass is. I lose a lot of room because I've got a big trampoline in the middle of the garden, but so I've got this bamboo, Sargesia robusta Campbell. I bought a clump the other week and it was really good. It was that one there. So I decided to order another one, but they sent this time. And I was quite disappointed, but when I got it, it didn't have any growth on it. But it shot out this growth here. So I don't know how fast, I mean, will these other canes shoot out leaves? I don't know, I mean, I think they will. Like you can see there, I have to excuse the focus. You can see just where the you can see little shoots. So we'll see how fast they go. But I need to get some fertiliser for all these. From what I've seen, they're like lawn feed. It's grass, isn't it? Another hosta. This is my fern. My fern's pushing out a lot of growth. Check my last video. That's putting out loads of growth. You can see. I suppose I might get another one of these ferns. I love them. I like the Boston ferns as well, but I don't know the requirements of those. Yeah, it's doing alright, this is. And then obviously my Robusta Campbell, my first one that I got, looking nice. So I'm looking forward to these to grow. Obviously I need to amend, I've amended all the other soil down there, but this here, soil's a bit crap, so I need to get a load of soil next week. And then that's a red camellia, I'm not sure, for the front garden. I'm going to leave it in a pot, let it mature. Got some horse chestnuts there, need some bigger pots. This is a sycamore acer. This is my supposedly Trachycarpus tequila. But I've noticed there is a little spear down there. as you can see. And then in the little greenhouse, this, I don't know if this is what did I can't remember what bloody call it now. Oh, my memory's gone crap now. Needle palm, Rapidophyllum hystrix is, I thought it was dead because I moved it from all the garden work and it's pushing. So, yeah, I don't know what it is today. Maybe I've had a long day, but I'm forgetting certain names. Schefflera taiwaniana. What's that? I can't believe I'm forgetting these names, but it seems to be going quite slow. So I don't know how young you can plant these. Yeah, so these are my load of cherry laurels. What I'm doing, I've got a privet edge out front. So what I'm doing is growing these, and I'm going to maybe replace it with a cherry laurel. Yeah, that's the update in the garden. I don't think I've shown you. I have to excuse my rubbish. This is rubble I'm having to get rid of. This is my cherry laurel hedge. I planted myself. Looking nice. Yeah, that name's just come to me. It's called the Gunnera manicata, but isn't there another variation, Tinctoria? I don't know what this is. Maybe it's too young to tell, but these look like they're going red. So this wouldn't be a manicata, so if anyone can tell me. But other than that, I'm really pleased. I'm glad this needle palm's survived. And obviously got all my tables in here doing that. And then this is my Trachycarpus eucalensis. I got this, but I don't know if you see a previous video. The trunk, I was just experimenting with this. The trunk come out here to the end of the pot, and it was like something off Godzilla. So what I did, I sawed all that straight because I just didn't like the look of it. So I've got it. The trunk, I cut all the trunk away to this point here. I thought, oh, is it going to die? But it hasn't died yet, so we're going to see if it grows, because I want it to grow straight, because eventually I do want it in the ground. It was just an experiment. I was willing to let it die, but it looks like the spear is moving, so I'll be happy about that if it does survive. We'll see how we go. It went through the winter and it hasn't died, so. And this is a seed-grown trachea. But the thing is, with this one, I don't think it is a typical fortunate. I reckon the way it's growing is like a Wagnerianus. The way it doesn't seem to be growing like the other trachea seedlings. So maybe he dropped a Wagnerianus waggy seed in there by accident, I don't know. But for anyone that watches, thanks for tuning in, and I'll get an update when I get my new plants, because I haven't finished there yet, and I'll give more updates in the future. Thank you. Bye. I remember just as I ended the video, I realised, well, it came to me, it's honeysuckle gold flame. That's what I wanted to say. I can't believe it. Maybe it's because I'm camera shy, I don't know, but yeah, it just come to me. Also, I forgot to tell you, this gate, I put a nice trellis on this gate, and I'm going to try and grow this clematis. I don't know whether I'm doing it right, but we'll see. But I can see there's a little bud there opening, but from what I read, when you first plant these, you're supposed to cut them to the ground, but I'm not going to do that. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never grown these before, but we're going to try and grow that, see how we get on. Like I say, a lot of these things probably won't flower. But next year it's just an infantile garden. But thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, there was one more thing I forgot to tell you. I've grown some Canna Indica seeds. Way too late. I'm starting them. It germinated after a couple of days. You can see that. And then these pots, look. So I'm gonna see how big they get. Might spread themselves. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Bye.